Parker, you get in here now and sit down. Now, Parker, why do I employ you for the Daily Bugle? Don't you get wise with me, boy. Freelance is still a noble profession. You are still getting paid by the Daily Bugle, even if you do not receive health benefits. Now, what is it that I give you money for? That's right. I want pictures. And what do I want pictures of? Do I want pictures of two people at college? No, I want pictures of Spiderman. Now, Parker, why don't I, the editor, Jameson, award-winning writer and editor of the Daily Bugle, right this very moment have pictures of Spiderman? Excuses, excuses, excuses. All I hear from you are excuses. You were kidnapped by this supervillain. Your girlfriend was having this trouble. I want pictures of Well, let's see him. Let's see him. Crap. 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 All right, this one's pretty good. Of him fighting the. What is the one that looks like him but has the big teeth? Venom. That's right, Venom. Another menace. Clearly, the two of them are working together. And I want to find out why. So we're going to run front page papers. Spider-Man and Venom to knock over the National Bank? Question mark. I don't care what you saw. Are you a reporter here, Parker? Your job is not to report the news. Your job is to show me the pictures. And it's my job to tell the people what the news is. So we're going to run this page one of this Venom and Spider-Man in collusion. Now, I've got here in the financial page proof that Spider-Man is working with the Goblin. That's right, that he's working with the Green Goblin, because Norman Osborn has said that Spider-Man has been attacking the Green Goblin. And you know what that means? No, it does not mean that Spider-Man is trying to save New York from attack from the Green Goblin. It means that Norman Osborn is under attack from both of them. The Green Goblin is coming in and attacking the populace, and while he's doing it, Spider-Man, with his freaky powers, is sneaking into North Corp to steal his secrets. There's been a lot of talk there in the last few years that they've been working on some human augmentation. Now, who do we know who has human augmentation? Yes, I know that lots of villains in New York have human augmentation. I know that the Hulk isn't supposed to be green. I'm talking about Spider-Man. He has clearly snuck in there. Questions that we need to ask in the article. Is Spider-Man a former employee of Oscorp? Is he the result of an experiment of some kind? I've got human witnesses. I have to say that explicitly because of all these aliens that keep coming into our town. I can't really interview a Skrull as a favorable witness. But I have evidence that Spider-Man started right here in New York. When he was younger, he started to work the wrestling circuit. That's right. He had a much different costume back then. But I know it was him. He was beating up men many times his size. So here's what I think happened. He is some kind of diabolical genius, some kind of super criminal. And he managed to worm his way into Norman Osborn's facilities, and he finds his way in there. Maybe he's even a scientist. And he finds this human augmentation formula. He takes it, and it gives him incredible powers, including the shooting of those freaky webs. Let me tell you, you catch one of those on your mouth, you can't get it off for an hour before it dissolves. Not the first time that webhead menace has shot me in the mouth when I'm telling him of all the different laws that he's broken. So he decides to test out his powers. Where do you do that? You do it at a free-for-all, where no one's going to notice a guy in a mask who can suddenly lift people many times his size. But here's what I don't know. Here he is. He's making hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on the circuit. And suddenly, like that, he stops. And he disappears for a while. And then he reappears with that costume. You know what I'm talking about, that red and blue with all those lines and those freaky white eyes. And he becomes the menace of New York. Of course he's the menace of New York. Haven't you read the Daily Bugle? I'm the one who called him that. I'm the one who named him Spiderman. Well, at least you can't prove otherwise. So what was it that caused that change? Some kind of incident in his life, some kind of bold, amazing thing that happened that changed him forever. We could have just had a wrestler who would have been annoying, but otherwise forgettable. But instead, we've got this wall crawler crawling up on my building, smudging my windows, shooting me in the mouth with his stupid webs. We're going to find out why. So, here's the deal. I've gotten in touch with a gentleman named Smythe. Smythe says he's got a robot that he calls the Spider Slayer. So here's your job, Peter. I want you to follow Smythe. I want you to record every single moment. And I want you to snap the picture when he captures and unmasks Spider-Man. Slay? Well, I'm sure it's just colorful language, Spider Slayer. He's just alliteration. I'm a newspaper man. I understand that. I'm sure he's not really going to kill him. I mean, I'm pretty sure. So I want you to go and meet Smythe outside. I want you to talk to him. I want you to find everything you can about this Spider Slayer. And maybe, just maybe, if you do a really good job, maybe I can bring you on as a junior reporter. Unpaid, of course. You have to pay your dues, but I'll still pay you for the pictures. But only the ones I like. So, what do you say? Are you going to help me capture Spider-Man? And I want you to go out there and find him. And I want to know what's underneath that mask. What does he look like? Is he white? Is he black? Is he old? Is he young? Does he look like you? That's the one that would be funniest, wouldn't it? So get out there, and most of all, find me pictures of Spider-Man.